Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
One thing you'll see with SEO today is how marketers approach it. Now, there are actually two ways to look at it. There's the on-page and off-page SEO. To help you, here's a thorough overview and explanation of some of the best practices. Hey, it's Kari Watt, and thanks for joining me on Kari Cares Digital Strategist, episode 45. Is this the first time you're listening to Kari Cares? Let me introduce myself. I'm Kari Watt, a digital strategist with nearly 2 decades of experience in marketing and communications. For the best digital and social media tips to rank higher on Google search, subscribe to the Kari Cares Digital Strategist podcast. Yes, that's a mouthful. To make sure you never ever miss out on these tips. Now, did you know I'm creating an SEO course just for you? And it's taking some time to get that done, to be honest, but we're almost there. We're almost ready to launch. Now, if you'd like to know more, please sign up for the Digital Optimization newsletter found on kariwatt.com. That's spelled CARIAWATT.com to know when it opens. Plus, 50 people will receive the course at 50% off. Woo! So you've got to be in it to win it. And feel free to reach out and follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Kari Watt to ask me questions about today's podcast. Now, I get this question a lot. Is it okay to use both on-page SEO and off-page SEO in the one site? My answer is absolutely. SEO, both on-page and off-page, are part of your overall SEO strategy to get your website to rank on the top of search engines. Now, when I talk about search engines, I'm talking about Google, Yahoo, and But both of these activities are done separately, but the two strategies have the one common goal. If you're planning to start SEO work on your website or your blog, then making sure you need to include both on-page and off-page SEO as part of your overall plan to give you the highest value. Now, optimizing your site for off-page SEO means you'll have to improve the way that both users and search engines like Google see your website in terms of credibility, authority, popularity, and relevance. And these are just some of the factors. Now, a broad simplification of this is that other sites on the web, ideally respectable ones, will link to your content to promote or vouch for it, which circles back. Now, this is called backlinks or linking to your website, and it has major benefits to your site's reputation. So let's have a look at the difference between on-page and off-page SEO. Now, on-page SEO generally includes factors like page titles, headings, images, meta descriptions and tags, your URL, which is your domain URL, your fast loading pages, high quality and regularly updated content, and internal linking. So when you're thinking about on-page, it involves optimizing content, the meta tags, and other elements on your website pages, such as content marketing, keyword optimization, the images, and the page speed. When you compare that with off-page SEO, it really comes down to one major factor, which is the high quality backlinks to your website. Now, the more of these that you can get, the better. But at the end of the day, it's really more about quality than quantity, because you want backlinks from sites with higher domain authority ratings. So when you think about off-page SEO, think about it in terms of any activity that drives awareness and referral traffic to your site from other sites. So that's link building, guest blogging, and social media. Now, you can create backlinks to your site in a number of ways. You can do guest posting or blogging. You can up your social media activity, like doing social media posts that link back to your website. Even influencer marketing, or simply creating high quality and shareable content on a regular basis, right? So when it's all said and done, getting backlinks to your site depends mostly on how hard you're willing to work. Now, the process is very involved, but it pays off if you do it diligently. And that means, when I say diligently, I mean, a website's not a set and forget. And I tell this to every single customer. When I build a website for a customer, I usually optimize it so that when they launch that website, if they're a new business, they're already linking on the first couple of pages of Google, right? Because I do it the right way. If they leave it for a year and they come back to me, their website's probably gone down the track, because you need to be constantly doing things in the back end of your website. And that's not just creating content. There's a lot that's involved in it. So let's look at the 4 main ways to get backlinks to your site for off-page SEO. So let's talk about guest posting or blogging. Now, before influencer marketing and social media, there was blogging, just pure blogging, one of the earliest marketing strategies on the web, the World Wide Web. Blogging stands the test of time by still delivering results today. So according to some data, blogging is the second most important type of content for marketers. 60% of those marketers use blogging in their social media content. Well, I know I do. Websites feature blogs that get 434% more index pages. So your blog gets high content of index pages. Now, this is precisely because of the popularity and the effectiveness that landing guest posts on blogs is such a solid influencer marketing strategy. When you publish a guest post on an influential and high-ranking blog, you can get a backlink to your site, either in the article itself or in your bio. Now, here are some actionable tips on landing guest posts if you're looking to do that. So when you write your introductory email to the blog's editor, make it personable to establish a real connection. You must understand the industry of that blog, right? That you want to write, and pitch topics that are in line with what that blog is looking for. And it's really good practice to include links to some of the content or articles that you've written for other blogs or for your own blog. Now, the goal is to repeat the strategy from one highly ranked blog to the next, using your growing list of published guest posts as part of your pitch. Now, remember that the whole tactic behind off-page SEO is to get backlinks from highly ranked sites pointing to your site. Now, this also goes back to the site's domain authority, which is defined as a ranking score for search engines that predicts how highly a site is going to rank on search engines like Google. Now, the score goes from 1 to 100. The closer the score gets to 100, the more authoritative it is. I mean, basically, when I look at some websites, that have a score anything over 15 is really good for your website. So if you're getting a ranking over 15 as a ranking score, if you're starting out, is really, really good. I mean, it's hard to get to 15, let me tell you. Some of the top on-page activities that you can do include SEO-friendly URLs, adding modifiers to your titles, wrap titles in your header 1 tags. You can use multimedia pictures like infographics and things like that. Include keywords in the first 100 words of your web page. This is so important, and I see this missing a lot of the time. You can have outbound linking and internal linking. So outbound linking is, when you link to another website. Internal linking is linking to another page of your website. You can use LSI keywords. You can optimize the pages and the images. You can have long form content. I see a lot of websites with really short content and then they wonder why they're not getting the rankings. And it doesn't matter how many times you tell a client 250 words on a web page is just too little. You need 500 or more, especially on blogs. You need to have long form content. You can include meta descriptions, which also should include your keywords, the alt titles and tags on all images. You must have these on all images. Now, some of the off-page SEO should include, to recap, your search engine submission. It's important to submit your website to make sure that search engines basically find it. And that's with your sitemap. You can also get on to a directory submission. You can do social bookmarking. You can do forum postings. You can do link baiting and guest posts. Now, all of these activities make the SEO ranking on your website and domain so much better. Now, you may feel like this is a lot of work and sometimes you can get lost, and it is. It can be really confusing. I have a SEO course coming out that explains each of these activities in greater detail and it simplifies it for you. Just go to kariwatt.com, that's CARIWATT.com, and at the bottom of the page you'll see a sign up button that says Digital Optimization. Sign up for the newsletter and I'll let you know as soon as the doors open. And remember, I'm giving the opportunity for 50 people to get 50% off the course, but you have to be quick, folks. So I hope this was really helpful to you. I'd love to know if you have an SEO tactic you are using right now that's helped your business or another business that you're working for. Please share it in the comments below or reach out on social media at KariWatt. And remember to like and share this with a friend or a colleague who could use a helping hand. Why? Because Kari cares about women helping women and men who could use a helping hand. Until next time, peace.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.